Okay, then today we will discuss about continuous random variable. Okay, in previous class we have discussed about some probability distribution uh, which are related with what discrete probability distribution. Discrete probability distribution. Okay, first in your first class we have discussed about random variable, and in that class I said that there are two types of random variable. These are what discrete random variable and continuous random variable. Okay, and discrete random variable is what in that the values of x. Okay, x represent a random variable, and the values of x is countable. That means it is finite. Then we say that the random variable is discrete. Okay, and after that we discuss some probability distribution which is related with discrete random variable. Okay, that means what we discuss about binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, and both are what both are discrete probability distribution. That means what we take the variable x as discrete random variable. Okay, and now let me tell about continuous random variable. Okay, continuous random variable is a function x on the outcomes of some probabilistic experiment, or you can say some random experiment which takes value in a continuous set. Okay, a continuous random variable is a function x. Suppose is a function x on a outcomes of some random experiment which takes values in a continuous set V. This is what so we say like as the possible outcomes lie in a set which is formally continuous. Okay, the possible outcomes that lies in a set which are continuous. Okay, but in case of discrete case, what we say that the possible outcomes of x which are finite. Okay, here possible outcomes lies in a set. In that case, which are possible outcomes lies in the sample space. Okay, sample space means what? The sample space is a finite set. Okay, but here we say that the possible outcomes lies in a set. That's and the condition is what the set is formally continuous. Continuous means what it is there is no gap. Suppose there is no break. Okay, then or in other words, so we can say that a continuous random variable is a random variable in where the data can be infinite, it take infinitely many values. Okay, if we take the data from an suppose interval from an interval, then we say that it is a continuous random variable. Okay, where that means a continuous random variable is a random variable where data can be take infinitely many values. Okay, suppose if we take the data from an interval means what? If we take the data from an interval means what? It takes infinitely many values. Suppose we choose suppose 1 2 close interval 1 2. Close interval 1 2 means what? There are infinitely many rational and irrational number between 1 and 2. We cannot count it. Okay, therefore it is in that case we say that there are infinite values. So here we say that a continuous random variable is a random variable where data can be taken infinitely many values. That means data can be taken from a interval. Okay, this is the definition. Here see the definition. Definition is what? A continuous random variable x which can take every value in a domain or when its range R is an interval. Okay, so we can say that a random variable x which take every value from an interval, then we say that x is a random variable. So these are some examples. Suppose age, height, weight, temperature. These are some example of continuous random variables. Okay. So if suppose height means what? Height. We just say that height. Okay. Height can be taken from infinitely many persons. Okay, we cannot say that suppose we say that the height of the students in suppose BTech third sem in mechanical branch. Then what we get, there are finite numbers. Okay, there are finite number of students in BTech third sem. Suppose, but if we say that only height means what? We take height of some person, that number of person may be infinite. Okay, in that situation we can say that x is random. Sorry, x is continuous. Okay, and in case of discrete space, we use probability mass function. Okay, in discrete random variable, in discrete probability distribution, we always use probability mass function. Okay, probability mass function is related with discrete random variable. But here we use the another function, that one is probability density function. Probability density function is always related with continuous random variable. And for the discrete random variable, we use probability mass function. Okay, probability mass function is what? This is a function where f of x, that means the value of the function f of x greater equals to 0. It cannot be negative. And other condition is what? This is very important condition. That was what? Summation of f of xi is 1. Okay, but here now let me define probability density. Just remember that probability mass function is related with discrete random variable and probability density function is related with continuous random. Okay. For continuous case, suppose if we wish to suppose define some probability density function of suppose continuous random variable. Okay, suppose we discuss about suppose the binomial distribution, Poisson distribution. These are what? These are discrete probability distribution. So to define binomial distribution and Poisson distribution, we use probability mass function. Okay, and therefore, in the definition of binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, we write as a probability mass function of binomial distribution, probability mass function of Poisson distribution. But here to define any, suppose the continuous probability distribution. Okay, in earlier we discussed about discrete probability distribution. Now we want to discuss about suppose continuous probability distribution. And then so for that we need what? Probability density function. Okay, which help us to define a continuous probability distribution. Okay, that means remember that one probability mass function is related with a discrete probability, discrete random variable, and probability density function is related with continuous random variable. Okay, and this is the definition. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then just remember this one. Probability mass function is related with discrete probability distribution. Discrete random variable, and probability density function is related with continuous random variable. Okay. These are some basic concepts, and to define a continuous probability distribution, we always use what? Probability density function. But to define discrete probability distribution, we use probability mass function. Okay. And let me give the definition. The probability density function of random variable x is defined as like that one. F of x equals to p of x base equals to x plus delta x, where delta x is what? Delta x is a small increment. Delta x is a small increment, and for the small interval x plus delta x. And here's remember one thing, that if suppose interval coming, if suppose random variable are takes from an interval, then you have to use probability density function. Okay, if suppose a set random variable is defined on suppose set on a finite set, then you you can use probability mass function. If suppose interval is arise, then in that situation you have to use probability density function, and in that situation also you have to use continuous random. Okay, and this is the definition. See the figure. Suppose here is x. I have already told that delta x. Delta x is what? Delta is nothing else. This is a small increment. And this one is what? This one is the f of x. F of x. Curve is look like a this one. Suppose this one horizontal line represent the value of x, and that curve represent the value of f of x. That's the function. And here is suppose x. X is here, and if we add suppose delta x, it's a small increment, then interval is this one. If we want to study the behavior of f of x in that interval, x, x plus delta x, then we use probability density function. Okay, the probability density. And here the condition is same. Here we define integration. Here we use the integration a to b f of x dx. Here interval is considered as closed interval a b. Okay, but in discrete cases it takes the value, suppose what, it takes a value, suppose x takes the value from a set. Okay, for so in that case, to define a probability mass function, we use summation of x or summation of x into f of x. Okay, but here we use the interval, so we use the integration. Integration means what? Integration is the limiting of sum of the what? Integration, actually integration means what? Sum of the what? Are you know about integration? I think all of you are familiar with integration. Integration is nothing else. It is the limiting sum of some intervals. Suppose AB is an interval. Then if we divide AB some small sub interval. Suppose if we divide AB into some sub intervals, then their addition. Then their addition gives the integration. If we add all the values in that particular sub intervals, then we get the original integration a to b. Okay. Therefore, the definition is what? X lies in the interval, closed interval a b. Their probability is what? Integration of a to b f of x dx. This is the probability density function. This represents probability density. Okay, integration a to b f of x dx represent the probability density function on the interval. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. শুনি আছো, ma'am. শুনি আছো.
And here also integration f of x dx equals here see that this number line that is minus infinity to infinity, minus infinity to infinity, and probability mass function. In case of probability, summation of x f of x is always 1, but here we integration and integration minus infinity to total value. So summation of minus infinity to infinity of
ওরা আরোগ্য হচ্ছে লাগে
These are the properties. Of probability density function. Is that f of x takes the in the when our sum is always 1. Integration minus x dx is 1. Probability density function. Let me give the and density function. For that, let me define distribution. Cumulative distribution. The distribution function. Equivalent.
अरे प्रांतो अपना माइक ऑफ कर ले ब्रो
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
The definition of cumulative distribution. If x is a random variable, then p x less equals to x is called cumulative distribution, and which is denoted by capital F of x. Okay, capital F of x is what? Probability of x less equals to x, and F of x is what? Integration of minus infinity to x f of x dx. That means what? This is suppose x takes the value. Suppose original line is what? Original number line is what? Minus infinity to infinity. It represents the set of real number. Okay. If we choose the interval, suppose minus infinity to x is there some number lies on the real line. Then f of x is what? Summation, or sorry, integration of minus infinity to x f of x dx. Okay, and this is the expectation of continuous random variable. In discrete case, it was what? The summation of x into f of x. For the discrete random variable, expectation of x is defined like a summation of x into f of x. But for continuous case, continuous random variable, expectation is what? Minus infinity to infinity x into f. Okay. Similarly, suppose if we want to find the value of expectation of x square. Expectation of x square is what? Integration of minus infinity to infinity x square f of x. Okay, these are same. But here, in case of continuous case, we use integration. But in case of discrete case, we use summation. Okay, summation x into f of x, and here x takes the value. For continuous case, x takes the value from an interval, and but for discrete case, it takes the value for a finite set. Okay, this is the difference, and but the definition are same. Both definition are same, but here for continuous case we use the integration, but and for discrete case we use summation. Okay, and expectation of here also, expectation of x is what? Summation, integration of minus infinity to infinity x f of x. And suppose these are some properties. Properties are same for a continuous and discrete case. The properties are same. We have already discussed about these properties. For the discrete random variable, we have already told these properties. Here also properties are same, but difference is what? If we take continuous random variable, then expectation is defined as integration minus infinity to infinity x into f of x. And if we take x is a discrete random variable, then expectation of x is what? Summation of x into f of x. Okay, and otherwise all the properties are same both for continuous and discrete case. And Definition of variance is also same. Variance of x is what, and variance of x is what? Variance of x is what? The expectation of x minus mu whole square. This is the definition. And but when we solve the problem, we use the definition of variance is what? Expectation of x square minus expectation of x. Expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. Okay, then standard deviation is what? Standard deviation is the positive square root of variance. But here, notice this thing that if we use the continuous case, then expectation of x square is defined summation of, sorry, this one is what? The integration of minus infinity to infinity x square into f of. Okay. The definition are same both for discrete and continuous case. And if we use continuous random variable, then expectation of x square is what? Integration of minus infinity to infinity x square into f of x dx. Okay. Let me discuss an example. A continuous random variable x has the value this one. Half of x plus 1 for minus 1, that is x takes the value open interval minus 1 and plus 1. If x belongs to minus 1 and 1, open interval minus 1 and 1, then the value of f of x is what? Half into x plus 1 or 0 otherwise. Otherwise means what? Suppose if x equals to 2, then value of f of x will be what? This will be 0. Okay? And represent the density. Find the mean and standard deviation of x. Mean means what? Find a mean. That means you have to find expectation. Okay? And standard deviation, and after that you have to find standard deviation. To determine the value of standard deviation, first you have to find the value of variance. Okay? After that, taking the positive square root of variance, you will get the standard deviation. Okay? And see that we always know that for if f of x is a density function, probability density function, then this is summation, integration of minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is always 1. Okay, if f of x is a density function, the integration of x in minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is 1. Suppose if f of x is a probability mass function, then this one is what? Summation of f of x is always 1. Okay. Here suppose f of x is density function, so integration of minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is 1. Okay. And break this one because here the function is defined from that way. Function is defined in that way. Suppose x takes the value minus 1 to 1. Therefore, we have to break this interval minus infinity to infinity. Okay, then we have to break this one look like as minus infinity to minus 1. Okay, in the number line where number line is look like as suppose 0 is the middle point, and here and the after left side of 0 both are negative and the right side of 0 these are positive. Okay, and here the function is defined in this way. That means x takes the value minus 1 to 1. Therefore, we break the interval like that one, minus infinity to minus 1. Okay, after that, this one is what? Minus 1 to 1 and 1 to infinity. We just use the properties of definite integral. Okay, if suppose we consider an interval AB, okay, AB, then integration of AB f of x dx is what? If C is any point between A and B. Okay, then integration of AB f of x dx is what? Integration of A to C f of x dx plus integration of C to B f of x dx. This is the properties of definite integral. Here we just use that properties of definite. Okay, and see that see the function. Here suppose minus infinity to infinity. The value of f of x is what? See the function. If x takes the value -1 to 1, then the value is this one, half of x plus 1. Okay? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
See the function here. If x takes the value -1 to 1, the value of f of x is this one, half of x plus 1. Here see that the function is minus infinity to 1. Therefore, f of x, the value of f of x is what? The value of f of x is 0. 0 is otherwise. Okay?
Yes.
Here suppose if we take the value minus infinity to -1, then the value will be what? If suppose if -1 to the value of what? Half of x plus 1. So interval 1 to infinity again 0.
Zero.
After that, then solving this way, get f of x, this one. It's a density function. First, you have to verify that it's a density function. F of x is a density function. F of x is a density function, then the condition is what? Integration of f of x dx is always 1. And here we see that if we when we find the value of minus infinity to infinity f of x dx, the value is 1. Therefore, we can say that the given function is a density function. Okay, now how we find the value of expectation of x. Okay, expectation of x for the continuous random variable, expectation of x is what? Integration of x into f of x dx. Okay, and after that here also we break this one, minus infinity to -1, 1 -1 to 1, and so. And after that here just multiply x also, because here the function is what? X into f of x into f of x. Here f of x is what? Half into x plus 1. Okay, and after calculating that we get mean of the random variable is 1 by 3. 1 by 3. And if we get the value of mean, then now it is easy to find the variance. Okay, variance is what? Expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. Okay, expectation of x square means what? Now we have to find expectation of x square. Expectation of x square means what? Integration minus infinity to infinity x square f of x dx. Okay, here x square. These are the value. And after finding the expectation of x square, you have get the value of v of x, and after finding v of x, it is easy to find the standard deviation. Okay, try to solve that part. Here expectation of x square is this one, and after that next we have already find expectation of x square, and using these two terms, expectation of x square and expectation of x, you can easily find the value of variance of x. Okay, and take another example. If the probability density function, this one, f of x is k x cube, this one, when x takes the value 0 to 3, 0 otherwise. Find the value of k and find the probability between x equals to half and x equals to 3 by 2. Find the probability between x equals to half and 3 by 2. That means what? You have to find the probability on this interval, half to 3 by 2. Okay, and we are given the density function is this one, f of x equals to k x cube when x this one. And first our aim is to find the value of k. Okay, and we are given that f of x is a density function. We are given f of x is a density function, so there's integration of minus infinity to infinity. F of x is always what? 1. This is the property, important property of density function. Okay, and with the help of this property we can easily find the value of k. Okay, this is a density function, so integration of minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is 1. Okay, and here's after that, this is the property. After we use the property, after that see the definition of the function. Okay, in the definition of the function, f of x is kx cube when x belongs to what? Closed interval 0 to 3. Therefore, in this problem, we have to break this interval from what? Minus infinity to 0. Okay, see this one, minus infinity to 0, plus 0 to 3, plus 3 to infinity. Because here we break the interval like that way. Because of what? Because here the function is defined like that. Thus, therefore, function value are given when x belongs to closed interval 0 to 3. Okay. And for this one, suppose minus infinity to 0. If this one in that interval minus infinity to 0, the value of x is what? 0. Otherwise. And for this interval only, 0 to 3, f of x is what? K into x cube. Otherwise, the value is 0. So, for this term, the value will be automatically 0. Because in that interval, minus infinity to 0, the value of f of x is 0. So, this term is, these two terms, first and last, two terms are automatically 0. Okay. So, using this one, we can find the value of k. After finding the value of k, write the density function. So density for k is what? 4 by 81. So density function is look like as this one. Just put the value of k in place of this one. K is what? 4 by 81. So the function is what? Look like as 4 by 81 into x. Okay, and in the next part we are asking to find the probability between half and 3 by 2. Okay, therefore you have to take the interval from this one, half to 3 by 2. That means you have to find the interval half to 3 by 2 f of x is. So this one, this one, x takes the value half to 3 by 2. So interval is considered look like as half to 3 by 2 f of x dx. Okay, half to 3 by 2. This interval is always this is a sub interval of what? 0 to 3. Okay, so it is a sub interval of 0 to 3. So f of the value of f of x will be what? K into x cube. Here k is what? 4 by 81. This is x. Okay, and so the value is what? Value is this. After calculating, we get the value of this. Okay. Let try to solve this problem also. This is homework for you. Okay, is the function defined by this one? F of x is 0 if x less than 2, 3 plus twice x divided by 18 if x less than half, 2 close interval 2 to 4, and 0 if x greater than 4 is a density function. And find the probability that the varied density function in the interval 2 to 3, close interval 2 to 3. First you have to say that f of x is density function or not. Okay, to check that one, you use the property. First, use the property. Properties is what? Integration minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is 1. If integration of minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is 1, then you can say that f of x is a density function. Okay, this is the condition. Okay, using this condition, you can say that f of x is a density function or not. Okay, here minus infinity to infinity, minus infinity to infinity. This interval can be break look like this. I give some hints. Okay, this interval can be break for here. See that the function is what 0 if x less than 2. Okay, therefore we break the interval look like as minus infinity to 2 plus 2 to up to what next part is what 2 to 4. So next in sub interval is what 2 to 4, and after that last interval is what sub interval is 4 to, okay, and thus the values of f of x. Okay. Hello.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the homework. Try to solve that one. And I also give the hints. First, in that problem, you have to check whether it is a probability density function or not. Okay. First, you have to check that part. Is it a density function or not? Okay. After that, you have to find the probability on this interval 2 to 3. Okay. This is same as the previous one. But first, in the first step, you have to find it is a density function or not. Okay. To show the function is density function is function or not, we use the condition that one is what minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is 1. Okay, then after that break this interval. Then the interval can be break look like as minus infinity to 2, because interval can be break on the basis of this function. Okay, on the basis of this function we can break the interval, because here functional values are given, suppose 0 when x less than 2, therefore we break the interval minus infinity to 2 plus 2 to 4 plus 4 to infinity. Okay, is there any doubt?
Ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, then try to solve it. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am.
yesterday also I gave an homework. Yesterday also I gave a homework. Did it
Yes,
or
ma'am.
not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then let